All right, so back here in Lab 3, I've got the national land cover data sets from the 2 years required, 2006 and 2019, um, extracted into a format that we can open in GIS, and I have one open. I wanted to point out that, so these were over 2 gigabytes as zipped files. Um, so we have a lot of data storage issues. And actually, it gets even worse when you extract them. They're close to 30 gigabytes each. Remember, it's for the entire conterminous US. And I think it's about at a 30-meter pixel size. So they're pretty big. Um, and this is with their values probably being integers, not float or something like that. So this is going to present a problem for dealing with these. Maybe some of you have already run into it. So I think what I'm going to do is cut the data sets to our watershed and post them in Canvas. But I'll show you what I did and what other issues I ran into. So with the previous video kind of got stalled and it wasn't finishing. And turns out what happened is because it had trying to extract almost 60 gigabytes with these two files, I was doing that on the C drive of my computer, and I ran out of space. So I had to move to the spinning disk, which has a lot more space on my computer, and do it that way. And so we can see that we're not in the same folder anymore. So I'm going to delete the original zip files just to save space even here. And I'll get rid of those even, empty my recycle bin. Um, and so the data sets are huge, as I was saying. Um, and there's multiple data sets in here. So if we go organize them by name, so it consists of, I think we see 5 files each. The base file is this IGE file I've loaded for 2006 within here. And so we can see the land cover for 2006 right here. So if I zoom to layer, it's over the whole conterminous lower 48 states. Yeah, so we'll go back. And so we'll just trim that. And it turns out probably won't be a very big file after we do that. And we'll save that. So let's do that. So back up, and this will be a clip raster. So we'll input the image file, and output extent will be the watershed, Pleasant Creek watershed. I'll use you know what? I'm not going to use the input features for clipping geometry because the watershed I created was not using LiDAR. And I don't want you to lose any potential data that you need for your watershed, which might be slightly bigger in some areas, perhaps. So I'm just going to use the corners, and yeah, and we'll call it NLCD 2006 land cover. Great. And I'll call it PC for Pleasant Creek. I'm gonna run that. Finished up pretty quick, so if I turn off the other one, there it is. So I'm gonna remove that. Okay. Say I was doing this and I didn't want to open this giant data set. What if that was going to create a problem for my computer? Another way would have been to navigate to that folder and look for the file, right? But I am going to add it because I was having some trouble finding it. So I can just drag and drop it in here. Leave. Oh, you need to, if you're going to do the drag and drop, this is the, I think it's the image file that I want to bring in. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to run this now again for the 2019 Landcover. And again, I won't use the input features. So let's, this time the output will be different. This is 2019. Run. Doesn't take much time because it's not a big area. And I'll remove the other one. Okay, so these two data sets, you can see they have a lot of different integer values. I think they're 8-bit files, so 0 to 255 for values. And we're going to need the attributes to see what, blue is probably water, right? Number 11. But there's, because we can see some streams and things around. We got to figure out what those codes mean at some point. They are coded the same way between the data sets, most likely, but that is obtuse to us at this point. Okay, so I saved them that way as a box. So that I can provide that to you all and save you time with trying to download that Landcover data set and manage it. Also the space on your disks. Okay, so to navigate that, I'm gonna export those again to a format that I can upload to Canvas, and I'll make an announcement and post them right there. And so I'm going to stop this video, which is basically about the file size constraints of these National Landcover data sets when downloading the entire 48 states. So keep that in mind. And the next video will be about actually doing some analyses with land cover change.